Remember, when we do problem solving, we need to have two colors to help us identify the important numbers and words. Here are my two colors. Pink one to circle the important numbers, and the green one to underline the important words. As you can see, I have already done it. Let's read through. Gopal bought 2 tins of paint. Circle 2. Each tin contained 3 liters of paint. So 2 tins, each being 3 liters. After painting his house, he had 2 liters, 450 milliliters of paint left. Left is our important word because it tells us that one of these sums will be a subtraction sum. So what do we need to find out from the sum is how much paint did he use for painting his house. First off, we know how much he began with. Well, we haven't worked out the sum yet, but it tells us how to work it out, and it tells us how much he was left with. So we need to find out how much he used for his house. Let's begin the sum. Alright, let's begin writing or drawing our bar model based on the information that we do know already. So we do know that Gopal had 2 3-liter paints. Okay, 3-liter and a 3-liter. That's what we do know. However, we do not know the total of that amount. So that's our first sum that we need to do. We need to work out the total paint that he had in the beginning. Then it tells us in the story sum, after painting his house, he had 2 liters, 450 milliliters left. So we also know how much he had left. 2 liters, 450 milliliters. So we also know how much he had left. We need to find out how much paint did he use. And by doing that, we take the total amount of paint that he had, we subtract the amount that he has left over, and that will give us how much he used. Alright, let's do our first sum. Our first sum will be very easy. 3 liters plus 3 liters equals 6 liters. Easy, easy. So we know the total amount was 6 liters. He started the day with 6 liters of paint. Our next sum, we need to find the difference between what he started with and what he was finished with to find out what he used. So let's go. 6 liters minus 2 liters 450 milliliters equals what is 2 minus 4? Oh, sorry. What is 6 minus 2? It is 4. So he has 4 liters, and how many milliliters? 450 milliliters. So there is our answer of how much he used to paint his house. So now we need to do our sentence. And our sentence is, what's his name? Gopal used, let's make this straight for you, 4 liters, 450 milliliters to paint his house. Easy, easy, easy. Step 1, we need to do our bar model. Step 2, we need to do our sums. Step 3, we need to write our sentence. I hope that was very easy for you. Alright, beginning our next example for problem solving, we will be doing a problem solving on mass. How do we measure mass again? We use kilograms and grams. Remember our key, that is 1 kg equals 1,000 grams. Alright, so let's read the problem solving sum and then begin. I've got my two colors. So, the mass of 9 notepads and some magnets is 6 kgs. So, 9 notebooks and some magnets is 6 kgs. The mass of each notepad is 628 grams. So one of those 9 notebooks equals 628 grams. All right. The question is, find the mass of the magnets. We need to find the mass of the magnets. All right, let's begin. First, we start with let's go. So what do we know? We know that the total, here we go, the total weight of both the notepads and the magnets is 6 kgs. So let me write that. Okay, both of them together is 6 kgs. It also tells us that the mass of each notepad is 628 grams. So we know that one notebook is 628 grams. We need to find out how much all 9 of the notebooks are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to know how much that total is. Once we have found out the total of all of the notebooks, we can find out how much the magnets weigh. Alright, so just to recap, this is the total weight of notebooks and magnets. We know that one notebook equals 628 grams. Okay, we need to find out the total weight of the notebooks to find out how much the magnets weigh. Let's begin our first sum. If one notebook equals 628, we need to know how many 9 of them are. So we say 628 times 9 equals 9 times 8 equals 72 plus 7. 9 times 2 equals 18 plus 7 equals 25 plus 2. 9 times 6 equals 54. 54 plus 2 equals 56. 6. Okay. Now remember, we are working in grams, so that is 5,652 grams for all 9 of the notepads. So I'm going to put this weight here just so that we know that we've done it. 5,652 grams. Now we can find out the answer to our next question. How much do the magnets weigh? Right, let's begin. So we know how much they are in total, both the notepads and the magnets, and we know how much the notepads are. So to find the difference means we should subtract. Remember, we always need to subtract the bigger number at the top and the smaller number below. So, can I do this? 6 kgs minus 5,652 grams. Can I do that? Absolutely not, because we are minusing 2 different measurements. They need to be the same always. So, let's put them both into grams, so it makes it easier for everyone. 6 kgs equals 6,000 grams minus 5,652 grams. Minus 0 minus 2, can't do it. Need to hop to our neighbor until we have something. Hop, hop, hop. There we go. 6. Cross it out. Write what's left over. Give 1 away. Cross it out. Write what's left over. Give 1 away. One more time. Cross it out. Write what's left over. Give 1 away. Now we can finish our sum. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 5 is 4. 9 minus 6 equals 3. 5 minus 5 equals 0. 348 grams is what the magnets weigh. Now we have a complete bar model with all the answers. 348 grams. All right. So we have done our bar model. Bar models, there's 2. We have done our first sum to find out the weight of all the notepads. We have done our second sum to find out the difference between the total weight and the weight of the notepads to give us the weight of the magnets. Now that we have the total weight of the magnets, we need to write our sum. Well, not our sum, our sentence. So, find the mass of the magnets. Very simple and easy. The mass of the magnets is 348 grams. And that is exactly how you finish this 2-step problem-solving sum for mass. Let me show you where you get your marks. You get your marks for a bar model. You get your marks for each of the sums with the correct answer. And we've chosen the correct minus sum. And you get a mark for your sentence. There you get 4 out of 4. I hope that was easy. Alright, so I've got my 2 colors to underline my important words and my important numbers. Okay. Rachel and her 5 friends, there we go, 5 friends, took part in a marathon relay. Marathons when you run for 42 kilometers. They ran a total distance of 42 kilometers, 195 meters. If each friend ran 7 kilometers, how far did Rachel run? Okay, we want to know how far Rachel ran. Okay, so let's have a look at my bar model. So, just because it mentions that there are 5 friends, don't forget to include Rachel as well, because there are now 6 people, okay? It's Rachel and her 5 friends, so that's 6. Let's look at our bar model. So what do we know? We know that the 6 girls took part in a marathon, okay? How long was that marathon? It was, or how far? It was 42 kilometers, 195 meters. That's how far the distance was that they all ran together. It says in our problem-solving sum that each of her friends ran 7 kilometers. So in my bar model, I will draw each of her friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each of her friends ran 7 kilometers. What did Rachel run? We don't know. We need to find that out. Okay. Once we find out the total distance that the friends ran all together, we can then find out the distance that Rachel ran. So our sum for number 1 will be finding how long the distance was that the friends ran all together, meaning that will be a plus sum. Then we need to find the difference of their total distance and the distance of the run all together, and that will give us Rachel's distance. And that will be a subtraction sum because we are trying to find the difference between that number, or that distance, and this distance to give us Rachel's distance. Okay, so let's do our first sum. Very, very easy. It is 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. Plusing 7 5 times. Instead of adding 7 5 times, we just say 5 times 7 equals, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. We should all know that number. They ran a total of 35 kilometers. All the friends. Let's write it in here. 35 kilometers. Excellent. Now we can find out how much Rachel ran by subtracting her friend's distance from the total distance. And that sum will be, let's get this in here, 42 kilometers, 195 meters, minus 35 kilometers equals. Well, that's very easy. All we need to do is say 42 minus 35, and that equals 2 minus 5. We cannot do, borrow, write what's left over. 1, 12 minus 5 is 7, 3 minus 3 is 0. Can't forget the meters as well. So 7 kilometers, 195 meters. That is the total that Rachel ran. Then in a sentence, we write Rachel ran 7 kilometers, 195 meters. That is your whole sum. You've done your bar model, you've done your sum number 1, sum number 2, and your sentence. Excellent, well done. Hope it was easy.